Well, hello friends, Coach Bob with you today, and today I've got something that is in the mailbox. I just got a shipping notification on it. Let's see what we got here. I think you might find this interesting. A little product that might resolve a pain in your rear. Let's see what we got. Ooh, the gift that keeps on giving. All right, so this is a product from a company called MaxMile, Team MaxMile. It's the Pro Air Comfort System. You know, we've been using the butt buffer for a long time, and Coach Vic really does like it. However, we've been wanting to try an air cushion. We looked at the Air Hawk and a few other things, and we had seen the Team MaxMile stuff, and then all of a sudden, I got an email from the team of MaxMile, and they offered us a product to try and see if we liked it or not. So we're really excited about it. So let's unbox this thing, see what it looks like. Who knows? This could be the solution to maybe a problem you have. They've got a pretty good deal on them right now. So let's unbox this thing and see what we can find out about it. All right, so here we have it. So let's open this thing up. I want to be careful when I open it up, because being it is an air cushion, I don't want to cut into it. So if I can just open it without cutting it, that's what I'm going to do. Oh, looks like it's going to open up just fine. The packaging is really nice. It fit in the mailbox. Ooh. So here it is. You can see their little logo. MaxMile. Enjoy the ride. Oh yeah, enjoy the ride, baby. So let's open this thing up, see what we've got in here, and then we'll go over some of the details on it. And then over the next week or so, as I put miles on it, we will see what you think about it. So these are the straps that you strap it to the seat with. Now, we never did strap our butt buffer to the seat. We just chuck it up there on the seat and let it be done with it like that. We'll see what I do on this. I may just toss it up on the seat. We'll see. I'll lay those right there for the moment. Little instruction sheet right here on how to use it and what you need to do. So this is the air bladder itself. You can see you've got the little cushions that pop up on the top, and then you've got a little valve right here that you inflate using the provided pump. And then after you do that, you have a mesh bag, a breathable mesh bag that you put it in. You can see, looking through this, I can see through it. I don't know if you can see my hand through the camera, but I can see through this. And then on the bottom, it has a non-skid type surface, so it won't slide around on the seat. All right. All right, so let's look at this. Okay, avoid contact with sharp objects. That makes sense. So the first thing we have to do is make sure our little valve is pooching out so we can get to it. Just pops it out like that. Then as you open this, you've got you've got your air nozzle, which is just there. Then you've got this is your little inflating nozzle, and then that's your cap. Stick it in the inflation nozzle. Let's see what happens here. See if I'm smart enough to put air in a seat. Okay, it is filling up with air. They say that you should fill it approximately half full. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of look at it and see where we are. So as you can see, I've got it to where there's air in it, and when you press the other one, it's one continuous bladder, and you can see that you have little lines going in between all of these bladders, connecting them so they all feed into one another. I'm not going to put this in the little bag yet. What I want to do, I just want to sit on this thing and see what it feels like and see how much seat it covers. Looking at the MaxMile cushion size, it pretty much covers the entire driver's portion of the seat of the Spyder. So I'm going to sit on this thing and see what she feels like. I'm going to tell you right now, after just putting it on here, I feel a dramatic difference. However, I'm going to say that I have it overinflated. It feels like I'm sitting up way high on an air pillow, and they say it shouldn't feel that way. Basically, all you want to do is your seat bones, your sit-down bones back there, you want to keep them up off the seat. You don't want to feel like you're rolling around on the seat, and it should not affect your rear view mirror view. If you've lifted your body up too high and can't see through your rear view mirrors, then you're sitting way too high up on the cushion. So I'm going to deflate it just a little bit and see what we can do on that, because I do feel like I've overinflated it.
Okay, so let's let a little air out of this thing.
Wow, feels pretty darn good, y'all. I'm telling you. Yeah, and the way the cushions, you can see the way the cushions are in sections down here. It allows air to flow through. That's going to be a lot nicer on the ride, I'll tell you that. Oh, it feels pretty darn good, y'all. It's fun. What I'm trying to do is determine how much air I actually have in it. I mean, it really feels like I'm sitting on a lot of air even still, and I've deflated it unbelievably. So I'm even going to take a little bit more out of it. I can't feel my sit down bones when I put my hand up under the cushion. I am still sitting a little bit high. Now looking at it, you can see it looks very significantly deflated. So let's let a little more air out of it. All right, so after letting air out of it, still there is plenty of air in it. It almost feels when you're just holding it that it's completely deflated. But once you sit on it and your body starts putting pressure on it, then you start feeling all of those little pillows full of air. So I'm not sliding around. I feel good and stable on the machine, and it feels like it's going to be pretty darn comfortable. All right, so let me tell you what I did to get the inflation to where I really, really wanted it. What I did is I took it and I put it on a kitchen chair that's hard. It was very difficult for me to tell on the cushion seat, you know, where the cushion was ending here and the cushion was starting on the seat, although I could feel the bladders, the air bladders under me. So what I did, I put it on a kitchen chair and I deflated it, and I put one squirt, sealed it up, sat on it, 2 squirts, sealed it up, sat on it. All it took was like 2 or 3 squirts of air, because it has some air in it, you know, just because the way it's designed. So now I've got this thing where when I put it under me in a kitchen chair, I can feel the cushion just under my sit bones. Feels great, feels absolutely great. If it's doing that on a wooden chair, it's gonna do great on a motorcycle seat. So now I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna put it in the breathable bag that it comes with, and make sure you put your inflator, deflator on the bottom of it, and then just simply zip her up. You've got these loops right here that you can put your straps in there. You can strap it to the seat. We'll go over that later. All I want to do right now is take this thing, put it on the Spyder, and go for a little ride and tell you what I think. All right, so I am out on a little drizzly, rainy ride. Been riding for a little while. I am riding on the MaxMile Distance Pro Comfort System. I'm gonna tell you, it feels pretty darn good under the old booty. Man, I just hit a dadgum bee right in my I got a bee in my bonnet. Oh my. But yeah, but it's drizzling rain. I was hoping it was really, really hot earlier, and I was hoping to get a good ride in the heat, to see what it did with heat dissipation. I have no reason to believe that it won't do well with the heat though. It's vented. And with the cushions, it should allow airflow through all of those little areas. So as opposed to your booty being hot pressed against that seat, you should get some airflow. But I'm going to test this on a much hotter day than today. I'm going to tell you the pressure that you normally feel on your bones, and I had mentioned in a video here recently that I'm dealing with some neuropathy, and so I'm having some pain. This honestly feels like it's taking a little pressure off of that area around my sciatic, which could maybe diminish some of the pain. Hopefully will help me with the pain off of the bike. The pain on the bike I've gotten very used to, but it's the pain off of the bike. And so this feels like it may actually provide a little sense of relief to that area. I certainly hope so. But my initial feelings on it, just sitting on it, yeah, it feels really nice. I mean, it's nice and comfortable. You're not, you know, once you get the air bladder adjusted to your liking, it feels stable. I'm not sliding around on the seat at all. So as far as just the feeling of it, the overall feeling of it, so far so good. I'm really enjoying it. You know, when you watch this video, I'll be at the DeLand Spyder Rally. I'll be on this thing. By the time I do the DeLand Spyder Rally, I will have several hundred miles on it. So if you see the Spyder and it's on there, you know it passed the Coach Bob 3 test. You know, I've never been one to really even want anything to sit on that would, you know, help me with the mileage. But I really do believe this would. If I was going to do an iron butt or something like that, I would definitely want this on here for the big miles. How does it compare to the butt buffer? The butt buffer is a different experience than this. This is more plush, I would say. Has a much more plush feel to it. You can tell it's under there. The butt buffer, sometimes you can't discern it's there. You know, I got it for Coach Vic because the way it's designed with the gel was for her pressure sores, and so we were worried more about that. So, and it has done the job. But this right here, the Distance Pro, the MaxMile Distance Pro comfort system, it definitely has a more plush feel to it. I can't wait to do a 2 or 3 hour ride on this thing and really get a good feel for it. That'll be coming up here after we talk about all of the finite details of it back in the office. But my initial thoughts on it, you know, on a warm day, it's in the 90s today. Let's see what it says on the, it says 86 on the Spyder right now, so the rain obviously is cooling things off, but it was in the 90s when I left the house. I've been in and out a little, not real heavy rain, just drizzling. You can see the roads are barely wet, just little spots here and there. But it's definitely brought the temperature down about 6 or 7 degrees. But the initial, you know, 45-minute ride feels really good, really good. All right, so let's get back to the office and talk all of the little details about it. And then after we do our office chat, and then I'll be giving you a longer ride review on this and talk about any hot spots or anything like that that you may get. All right, so let's head back into the office and talk. All right, so the MaxMile Distance Pro Comfort System. Let's talk about it. Let's tell you what they say about it. And I am going to go ahead and let the cat out of the bag. I'm going to be doing a further long distance review after this office session where you'll hear my thoughts on it on the road. But I want to say this before we even get going. Every promise that they make, they fulfill. I'm just going to say that. It's a good product. It's a good product, and it's bang for the buck big time. But anyway, let's talk about the Distance Pro Comfort System. I'll be dropping some pictures up here, and I'll be dropping a video of theirs. I'll just do a screen grab, and you can watch their video while I'm speaking. So let's talk about some of the promises that they make. One, they talk about that it's scientifically proven, and they show a heat picture looking up like to your butt through their system, and it's developed to keep that booty a little more cool and comfortable, and it does do that. The picture is absolutely accurate. Aerocell technology, there are 27 interconnected air cells, and so there's a lot of these things, and they're all interconnected with small channels, and that air is constantly moving from pad to pad to pad to make sure that if you move a little bit, that it kind of moves with you. It does do that. It keeps you nice and cool and nice and dry. It does provide airflow. Long-lasting comfort and durability, they talk about that. Now, I have not had it long enough to tell you that it's going to last you 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 1 year, whatever. But I will let you know as I do it. But I'm going to tell you, with the other promises that they've made, I have no reason to question whether this thing is going to work well or not. I love the little zipper pouch. In fact, let me grab it real quick. I absolutely love the little zipper pouch that goes over the top of it. It is extremely cool. It breathes really, really well. And it feels very, very durable. When I went in and I flipped everything wrong side out. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I look at all the seams, everything's nice and stitched solid. It looks like it's going to last. All of the stitching looks good. This is very durable feeling, this rubberized kind of bead on the bottom. It's like a little silicone beads that are on the bottom of it that keeps it from sliding on the seat. And then, of course, the mesh, which is very, very thin and very, very cool. Now, this is the level of inflation that I have mine to. Now, you can see if I just push one, like I pushed that one, you saw that one pop up. And I mean, I have this thing really, really deflated, but when my body covers all of it, see if I can just squeeze more of it, but when my body covers it, you can see how the cells inflate and deflate as my body is covering that. That's what it does under me, but it doesn't have me so up high off of the seat that it presents an instability problem. I think, and they talk about this when they have a question about this, when they're comparing it to the Airhawk. The Airhawk has less cells, and so you have to inflate it a little higher. I've never ridden on an Airhawk. I'm just going by with what they said. But with more cells, then you can have slightly less air in it, putting you closer to the seat and moving around between all of these cells. You can see that you have channels, these channels right here that go between the cells. And it just works. It just absolutely works. So let's talk about money and their web page. So right now, the Distance Pro Comfort system is showing limited stock, and it's got a Rider's Choice Award, and normally $94. They've got it on sale for $54.97. How long that sale is running, I don't know, but you can certainly give them a call and ask. One of the concerns that I had, and I normally don't strap anything to the Spyder seat. The Spyder seat is really, really wide and really, really tall. So I didn't feel like that both of the straps would go around, because part of the seat goes really, really deep and the strap would have to be longer. So what I did is I simply put the back strap on, and it holds it securely to the seat. Haven't had any movement, any slippage of any kind. So it does work well on the Spyder with the stock seat, absolutely for sure. And that is a massive seat that it's covering, and it fits it very, very well. Now they have a system bundle, and that is one for the pillion rider, which is more of a square or rectangular shape. And then they have the Pro Comfort, the Distance Pro Comfort system, which is just the driver. But you can bundle and get the system bundle, which is driver and pillion. But I'll do a screen grab. I'll show you the comparison that they have on their webpage for this versus the Airhawk, because I would say that is definitely the direct competitor with the MaxMile. They do have a 90-day buyback program for it. If you don't like it within 90 days, you send it back. They'll give you full refund. And also on their webpage, it has about their warranty and all that stuff. So they offer a 100% triple your mileage, 90-day money-back guarantee, and a 1-year product warranty. So for me, a year of riding, I'm going to beat this thing to death for a year. I promise you. So I really believe that you're going to be okay with it. Now, MaxMile makes a lot of different stuff. I mean, I didn't, I was unfamiliar with a lot of their products. They make everything from earplugs to roadside emergency kits to headlamps and seat cushions. And they've got a cooling under helmet skull cap, all that stuff. So they've got some cool stuff. I wasn't familiar with it. The cooling under helmet skull cap is something I'm very, very interested in. But actually they're $10, and they've got a buy two get one free, so you can get a few of them. It's just a very thin cap that says give you long hours of protection, and it keeps the sweat from running down in your eyes. And for those of us who have ridden in really, really hot weather, we know how big of a burden that can be. I'm curious to see, because it does call it an under helmet skull cap, and it says cooling. I really want to try this, because there are times where the old noggin, for those of us with that are follically challenged,
we like to have a little something between us and the helmet. But it works like a cooling vest. You soak it, you wring it out, and you put it on. So I'm definitely interested in that. That's probably something I'll be picking up here soon. Do a review on that, let you know what I think. The anti-wind earplugs. I've got some molded earplugs. I'd like to do a side-by-side comparison because my molded earplugs were very, very expensive. You know, I say very, very expensive. They were over $100. But they've got a few things on the webpage I do want to try. So, yeah, I'll be ordering some stuff through them just to check it out and make sure that you're informed of it and you can do your own thing. Okay. All right. So now that we've seen the pictures, the videos run up top, let's get back on the motorcycle.
All right, so how is it on the Interstate? Well, I'm going to tell you, as we all know, that there's nothing magical about the Interstate. In fact, most of us as motorcycle people, we kind of hate it because we don't want to have to be, we don't want to be tied into doing 85 miles an hour. And if you don't do 80, you seem like you feel like you're going to get run over. But the Interstate provides challenges of its own. You're not jostling around on the seat as much as you are in town or even on back roads as you're going through cities. You get locked into a body position when you're on the Interstate, and that, if you're going to develop a hot spot, this would be the place you would do it. I'm going to tell you, I'm not really feeling any hot spots. I haven't put in big miles on the Interstate. Obviously, I haven't done a 600-mile day, but from what little experience I've been able to gather, just for a few hours of riding on this thing, the Interstate poses no problems, no hot spots at all. So I think it's working out really, really good. I don't think, certainly you cannot go wrong buying one of these. The only thing that I had trouble with at the very beginning was getting it inflated to a place that I really, really liked it. I think I'm more particular than most about that. Honestly, I don't ride on anything normally. I ride on a seat, the hard, original stock Spyder seat. I can do a 600-mile day. I've even done a 800-plus mile day on this thing, but I'll tell you, this is way more comfortable. So there's definitely no debating that. I mean, this is way more comfortable. But once I got it dialed in, you got to figure, I've been riding on this thing for years just on that hard seat, so putting anything under me, even something very thin, a thin gel pad, to me felt way different. So it did take me a little time to adjust to that feeling, but the feeling of comfort is definitely, yes, I kind of wiggle around here, it's definitely a lot more comfortable. I think that any discomfort that I did feel, this would definitely mitigate that. So you can definitely up your mileage and have a lot less butt discomfort. Well, I hope you all are doing well out there in YouTube land. If you would, give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Again, I'm not getting any money from this company. They sent me this unit for free, though. I want to be absolutely transparent about it. They told me I could say anything I wanted to say about it and do a honest review on it, and that's what I'm doing. As I film this video, Coach Vic and I are preparing to go to DeLand's Spyder Rally. It looks like she is going to go at this point. We're not sure what time we're going to arrive on Saturday, but we will be arriving on Saturday and leaving on Sunday. That's the plan as of now. Obviously, we haven't made accommodations, so obviously, if we ran into a snag with that, we could ride in Saturday morning and then Saturday evening ride over to Daytona and grab a hotel over there or something, But right now, the plan is to get us a place there in DeLand and stick around there and enjoy the day. Think it'll be a lot of fun. Hope to get to see some of you all. And if you do, you can certainly put your hands on the MaxMile and see what you think about it. But I'm a big proponent of it now. I'm loving it. Well, let's talk about in-town riding. Now, in-town riding is a little bit different. You know, you are prone to being able to move around a little more on the Spyder, you know, as you come to stops and things of that nature. I will say this, you know, one of the things that where I get hot is when I'm sitting at red lights in traffic and I find myself standing up. You may have seen that in many videos when Coach Vic and I are on these big trips. You'll see me in a town, I'll be standing up and she'll be kind of punching me in the backside, trying to get blood flowing in there. This might save her a little effort. She might not have to do that. I'm not feeling those sensations that I feel when I sit still. That desire to stand up. There's a little more airflow going up under you due to the way the cushions, the little pockets of air stand up. It allows airflow between those cushions. So it does give a little more airflow, which is a lot nicer. Now, this is not a dog day of summer afternoon, but it's warm and it's a typical Florida day. You can see the sun's kind of high in the sky, so it's warm. But in town riding, you know, one of the things that I was concerned with was when you put air in something or you put anything under you, you worry about, you know, not having that stability, that solid feel on your booty, you know, to where you may feel like you're sliding around the seat. I'm not experiencing that at all. Now, some of you may inflate this more than I did. I think I probably inflated it less than most. But it's still, I mean, it's given me plenty of cushion. As I roll back and forth, I can feel the air in the bladders under me. So it's doing a great job. Gas 335 and 334. Yep. Ruh-roh, red light. So we'll get to test it again sitting here. How does it feel sitting still, you know, as far as heat? Obviously way better than the seat, way more cushioned and a lot better airflow, which is exactly what they advertise on this thing. Well, what would you do if you won $300 million lottery, man? Could you imagine that? I can't even imagine that. $300 million? And even if the state or the country or the IRS or whoever, if they took half of it, man, that's a lot of money. Golly. I guess I could afford that new Sea to Sky. If my voice sounds a little haggard, I want you to know I'm not sick. I'm out by the pool every afternoon yelling for 2 hours. And, man, I'm going to tell you, it's getting harder, y'all. It is getting much, much more difficult. Every year I say it's my last year. You know, I think I got one more year in me after this, but I think that's going to probably be it. Between all of the confrontational stuff you deal with the adults, kids are easy, the adults are the hard part. But between all that and the dadgum, just the aging process of being out in the heat yelling all day, I'm not your typical swim coach, that's for sure. I'm the guy that yells and does all that like an old-fashioned coach. So I may sound a little haggard, but I don't feel haggard. But I have to try to kind of watch my throat sometimes on these days where I've been yelling multiple days in a row, and this week is a 5-day yelling week. Well, this is the other end of Miccosukee Road. You see me ride this road a lot. This is the other end of Miccosukee Road. This guy could turn. He missed his gap. Now there won't be a gap for a while. If you don't take him while you got him, you won't get him, that's for sure. He's thinking about it. There he goes. Now if this guy will get out there, oh, he's snapping a Yui. Very nice. But this is my normal riding playground right here. I've done a lot of miles in my normal riding playground, the little 2-lane state road, shaded. You know, this is what I ride. I'm going to tell you right here, just getting in the shade like this, the temperatures drop 15 degrees. It's unbelievable what it does. It's just beautiful. Obviously it does very, very well in this area. You know, we're going to be, like I said, we're going to be doing the DeLand Spyder Rally. I'll have it on the Spyder when I ride over there. The one thing that I have not been able to do, and I won't be able to do until probably a year, is look at that long-term durability. Well, judging from what I'm seeing, though, I have no reason to think that it won't be durable. I think it will be durable, and I'm going to tell you, for the price, it's way cheaper than anything else on the market right now. And you know, I can't speak as to what their website's going to be, but it's between 50 and 60 bucks right now to get this thing, and that's way cheaper than anything I've seen, and it feels as good as anything I've ridden on. This again is more plush, and I could actually tell that it's under me. You know, it's not like a conscious thing where you go, wow, I've got this thing that's separating me from the machine, and it creates a gap of performance. It's not like that at all, but you can tell you're not riding on the regular seat. Again, the only way I can describe it, it's just a little more plush of a feel. And for the price, like I said, it seems to be a steal of a deal. All right, well, I'm gonna ride a little longer and just kind of do my thing. So where am I on this unit? I would say 5 stars for the MaxMile product, man. I mean, the MaxMile Pro Comfort, it is awesome. Works great, keeps you cool, feels solid on the motorcycle, does all the things it says it'll do. And yes, there's more. No, look, I don't want to sound like a commercial or anything, you know, because that's just not how I am. But you know, it really does deliver. So there you have it. I don't think you can go wrong by going out and get you one. That's for sure. And again, I don't have an affiliate link. I'm not getting a nickel out of this. So I'm just here to give you my opinion. All right, well, there you have it. Another episode is in the book. So you do me a favor. You go out this week, buy the motorcycle of your dreams, eat right, oh yeah, take care of yourself. And remember, if you're not having fun, you are definitely doing it wrong. Now I'll see you on the road real soon.